Hey, what's good? What's going on Facebook? It's your boy Randy, checking in. I'm gonna give it a little time to see who's on. It's 9:30. I usually go on at 8, but it's 9:30, so let's see who's on. Let's see who's up. Let's see who's up. Let's see who's getting ready for tomorrow. Let's see who's blown away by the beginning of the week. Today we're gonna get into it about being free to fly and what that means to be free to fly. Being free to fly. When you come into the room, man, let me know where you're viewing from. You know what I'm saying? Drop your favorite emoji in the comments. Let me know where you're viewing from whenever you come into the room. We're just gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? Free to fly. Drop me something. Let me know you're in the room. We're gonna see if we can't get it up a little more. Share this live. Share this live with your friends. Share this live with your teams. Just gonna drop off just a little bit of information for you guys, man, on free to fly, man. Have you ever just wanted to do whatever you wanted to do? Have you ever just had the urge to just do you, like completely do you? That's me. Like, I mean, I've had that urge, and I had to just jump out and go tackle that. You know what I'm saying? Take that urge on and take it seriously. The urge to go, I mean, seriously do you. And I mean, not what you think that you're supposed to be doing, but what you really want to do with your life. What you really want to do with your business. Are you doing something that someone suggested that you do, or that society suggested that you do because of the situation that you're in? What's going on, Rochelle? What's going on, Kelsey? I see you guys step into the room. Thank you for checking in with me. But are you doing what society has outlined for you to do, or what you're doing something that people see you not being capable of? I mean, you got to really, really step out and jump, what I call jumping off the porch. That's my uncomfortable spot. Jumping off the porch and really just going after it, doing what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? For a while, I was continuously doing music. I love doing music. Don't get me wrong; it's my favorite thing to do. But I really never had a feel for wanting to put my music out in that way. I like to do it for me and for my closest people around me. But there was a push for me to put it out. You know what I'm saying, in a broad way, and it was like, man, I just want to create my fan base and work my fan base. And I kept, going on and at it, and considering that my heart wasn't in it. And when your heart's not in it, it just won't happen. It won't shape. You can get involved in it, but it just won't happen. It won't shape for you because you're not allowing yourself to wholly be involved. So me with my music, I would do it, in love with it, every part of it. Don't get me wrong, in love with every part of it. But I couldn't stand the industry. I couldn't stand the ego of the people once they had gotten to a certain level in the industry. I couldn't stand the way people forgot where they would easily forget where they came from. Once I started to realize these things going on around me, I noticed that where I was headed was somewhere I didn't even want to go. So I had to give myself some freedom to fly. I had to let it go. The thing that was attached to me the most, I mean, it's serious. The mic on my arm, I didn't even do too many tattoos. Every tattoo I got on my body means something to me. So, and this one was for me because if I ever show up somewhere and they don't have a microphone, I brought my own, and I allow you to use your imagination to understand what I'm trying to convey. But that's a whole different thing with me. That's a whole different thing with me. I treat music differently. Music, it belongs to me. It's something that's going to always be a part of me. I can make music for me and for those around me that need it, the ones that I need to reach. I see where my purpose lies, so there's no need for me to keep chasing a dream that's someone else's dream. A lot of people, I notice a lot of people that become pro athletes and they hate the sport. They're only that athlete because their father didn't cut it, or their father was a pro athlete. It's not their path. It's like the cookie cutter. It's something that's been cut out and it's already there. It's packaged, so you don't try to broaden and create your own idea into shape. You just use the cookie cutter and say this is easier because this is in my DNA. No, you can create your own path. That's right. You need to know your purpose. And that's major important. So much time can be lost with you chasing the wrong purpose, the wrong dream. The last thing you want to have is regret show up to your deathbed. That's the last thing you want, is regret showing up to your deathbed. I always say you always want at least attempted. At least you can have those attempted moves show up to your deathbed, and you guys can laugh at that attempt, and that could be some humor on your last day. But you do not want regret showing up to your deathbed. You don't want your wouldas, your shouldas, your couldas, and what's the other guy's name? I forget his name, but you don't want him showing up either. You don't want him there. So in order to prevent that, man, you got to live a full life. You got to go after what you want. You don't want to never not know what it could have been. You want to never not know what it could have been. I took a totally different path than my dad. He's a miner, but we are both exactly. You know, it would have been easy for you to step into those shoes and be that. That's that cookie cutter. You know, most people go for that cookie cutter lifestyle where it's easy for them because I already have a out, or should I say an in. I already have my way in. If you own, you know, drop me some likes, drop me some loves, share this out to your team, share this out to your friends, loved ones. Also, let me know where you're listening from. I like to know where my viewers are listening from. Actually, you know, so I usually get on at 8 o'clock, but I'm jumping on. It's 9:30. I got on at 9:30 tonight, so you know, just some things moved around. But drop me some likes, drop me some loves. Let me know where you're listening from. And hey, real talk though. I mean, it's just that real. Drop a 1 in the comments if you drop the number 1 in the comments if you have had to give yourself freedom to fly. You have noticed that you were in a cookie cutter position. You noticed that you were in a lifestyle that just wasn't serving you. It was for everybody else. I mean, like I always think about, you know, not knocking anything, but you know, people who actually get married according to what family says, and you know, it's like it's hard to live in that way. You know what I'm saying? It's when you can't expand your mind, it bottles up the heart. You know what I'm saying? And when the heart longs to be with other people. It's not to be lonely. The heart longs to be with other people. So you can't allow your mind to close you out from what you need. You need that. It's fuel. It's energy. We all need each other's energy. We do need it. All need each other's energy. But you need to know what type of people are around you and consuming your energy, and are they giving you some type of energy in return that you both benefit with each other. It's a give. You give, they give. Don't never look at it as a take. It should never be a take in a relationship. It should never be a take in a relationship. There should be a give. And if you look at your relationships in that way, then hey, you know, a lot of them might work out and last longer. But black and what we're talking about though, flying free, man, flying free. Make sure you're doing what you want to do. You don't want to grow old with regrets. What's going on with it, man? Yeah, already. You know, just out here keeping it live, man. I see you up there making it happen, bro. I hope everything's good for you up that way. I'm about to be back up that way with my daughter up in the Baltimore area. So, you know, yeah, good to see you, man, checking in. But yeah, man, be yourself, be you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to live outside the box. There's so much more room outside the box. So much more room outside the box. But we always see people wanting to live inside the box. You know what you're going to get inside the box. It's only so many things can fit inside the box, and they're usually always the same. You know what I'm saying? They're usually always the same things that fit inside of the box. So live outside of the box. There's a lot more room for you to create and be you. There's a lot more room for you to be you. If you don't go chase what you want, then how are you ever going to be happy? And even when you chase the things that you think you want, the things that other people want, you still can't make them happy. So it's best to just get up, ride, and go make yourself happy. Go do what you've always dreamed. Do what you've always loved. That's where you're going to find your fruit. That's where you're going to find the fruit. I understand people having to step on stones, having to have stepping stones to stand on to get from one place to another. But don't get stagnant. Always look for room to push yourself even further. Look for room to push yourself even further. Don't be the one that does what's expected to where you get to a position and it's like, oh yeah, he's good. No, you're not good. I always say I don't even believe in the word success. And that's real. I don't believe in the word success. Success means that I am done. I have success. This is success. No, I believe in the word succeed to the fullest. I will forever continue to succeed. You will never get me to submit to success. But yeah, man, make sure you're doing you and not somebody else's. Make sure you're doing yours and not somebody else's. That's the only way you're going to get true happiness in this life. You don't want to be regretting it. You don't want to be in the closet with things because you're not able to live your life. Not able to live your life. At first, I used to look at the gay and bisexual situation, and I used to look at it differently because I didn't understand it. I had a closed mind, but then I had to look at it, man, some brave souls. They're not afraid to live their lives. You got people that condemn them that are afraid to live their own lives. They out here they can't even be successful because they're afraid to live their own lives. They have this image they have to keep up, so they can't even be successful because they're afraid. But yet they criticize someone else for being bold enough to stand up for who they are, stand up and stand out for who they are. That's crazy. It's all flip, but when you look at it, man, when you open up and look at it, that's all it is. That's all it is. See, me, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I can be around gay, straight, no matter what it is, no matter what the situation is. I can be around it all because I'm comfortable in my own skin, so there are no worries. And I love to see people that are living outside of the box, that are cutting their own path. I love it. Those that are cutting their own path and getting away from that cookie cutter lifestyle. Feel free to fly, man. You got to feel free to fly. Don't let anybody put any chains on your wings or ground you. That's strong. Visibility is for miles and miles and miles right now. You need to get out there and fly, man. It's all about you in your lane right now. I spray my rearview mirrors pitch black so I don't have to look back. I keep moving forward. I keep moving forward because that's me. And I feel like that's what it has to be with you if you plan to be successful. Stop worrying about what everybody else is wanting from you. Unless it's your family that needs. Stop worrying about what everybody else is wanting from you. If you're just checking in, drop where you're from. Drop where you're checking in from. You know what I'm saying? We're on here talking about, free to fly. Free to fly, man. Take the chains off. Be free to go do what you want to do. Don't go to your deathbed with regrets. That's where we're at right now. So feel free to open up and make those moves, man, to where life can be easier. It's okay for life to be easier. Life does not have to be hard. It's okay for struggles. Yeah, of course, struggles are what make us strong. It's okay for that. It's okay to have that. We're going to have struggles. No war is ever won without battles. No war is ever won without battles. And you know what? Some wars have even been won with majority of the battles lost. So you can't even take it as you losing out too many battles in this game, because it only takes one to turn the whole war around. It takes one battle to turn the whole war around. So you got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting and fighting and fighting. But you got to make sure you're fighting your war. Wouldn't you hate to be fighting somebody else's war? That's a good one, huh? Wouldn't you hate to be fighting somebody else's war? I know some people that could testify to that. If you're not living your life in the life that you want to live, cutting the path that you want to cut, and you're struggling to do somebody else's, oh, come on, man. You got to get you. You got to get you now. You got to. Especially if you're my age. I'm 35 now. Oh yeah. You think I'm cutting out and trying to drill for anybody else's company? No, I'm not. I'm building my team, and anybody around me, I want to build them to be on the same level with me. Like I said, this year, the end of this year, I want to do $5 million earners, and that's what I mean that. And that means 5 people $1 million plus. I want to create that. I want to build that with a team of people, and I'm going to do that outside of the box. No, I didn't say I want to have people come work for me. That's not what I want, because that's that cookie cutter lifestyle. People go to work for other people. And that's the easy route. No, I want to build $1 million earners together, us working together type thing. You see, that's the difference with me now. So outside of the box, I'm out of the lane. It's not all about me no more. That selfish lifestyle, yeah, that's expected. He's a rapper. That's expected. He's got his own mic. That's expected. But no, real talk. It's not about being selfish no more. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I don't give to know that I don't give because I'm gonna get. But it's funny that the fact that I trust and have faith in that I have faith in the law of exchange, that I have faith in good karma, bad karma, I know that it's coming back to me in return. And it's not that I'm only doing it, but it's crazy how that works though, right? It's crazy how that works, because you continue to do good. You continue to put good into the world because you know that good comes out. But that's good, because that means that the world is just being filled with a lot more good. A lot of people like, man, Sino done went slap crazy, man. I don't know what's going on with him. He went to taking them vitamins and eating whole foods and carrots and seeds and all kind of, yeah, I did. I did, man. I'm healthy. I feel good. You know what I mean? I can think clear. I know where I'm at. I know where I was going to. But see, now I'm on my path. Rearview mirror pitch black. I ain't got to look back. I'm on my path. I know what's back there. I know what's back there. And if it's not following, then it's staying. So here we are, man. Feel free to fly. Don't be afraid to open up. Nobody has any bound or any chains on your wings. So open up. I mean, catch ghosts. Go be you. Go be you. You don't know how many days you have to be you. You don't know how many days you have left to be you. So if you running around here being what somebody else expects of you and you die tomorrow, man, you die not even living your life. Yours. Huh. Better check out, man, on whatever you're doing right now that's not serving you and not making you happy. If your job feels like a dead end, if you can't look at your job and see yourself growing in 5 years and being on top of that job, and you're not right now looking into doing something else, I encourage you to start. I didn't say quit your job, but I encourage you to dig into something that's going to get you some type of ownership. How long are you going to work? Because the key inflation, baby, prices keep going up and up and up. So when you retire and you start getting that percentage of that retirement that you get, now that you're not working, it's supposed to last you for the rest of your life. You got enough to invest it? Do you? Or you going back to work after you retire one job? Is it a thing where we retire one job and then go retire another one? You don't want to work all your life, man. We're supposed to travel, meet people, network, rub elbows with the right people. You know what I'm saying? Go catch our blessings. We're supposed to be going to catch our blessings. There's somebody with an answer for you across the seas. But you can't get there when you're locked down and your mind's locked down because you're living a life that somebody else has designed or thinks that you should live. Or they're egging it on. They're the energy vampire that's around you that's egging it on and keeping you stuck in this track. And some people say, man, this is all I can afford. This is all I can do. Yeah, if you keep thinking that way. Yeah, if you sit down and plan it and drop it out the way the way it could be and see what you can eliminate, see what kind of habits you can eliminate from your life that are taking over and keeping you in a stagnant state. If you start drawing those types of things out of your life, man, a lot of things are going to open up. And I bet the first thing that opens up is money. The first thing that opens up is money. That's a guarantee. When you start laying it all down and seeing what your habits are that are holding you back, the first thing that lines up is money for you. You're going to start saving. You're going to start saving that money. And you're going to be like, man, you know what? Maybe going out and drinking like this is my problem. You start looking at that more, and then you'll cut down. If you don't stop, you'll cut back. Change your diet. Your cravings will change. A lot of people don't even know this, but alcohol, carbohydrates that turn into sugar, is what you're craving. Sugar's 7 times more addictive than cocaine. Did you know that? Sugar's 7 times more addictive than cocaine. So if you don't even know what you're putting in your body, so if you're a sugar craver, so you don't even know, I'm getting deep on you now. With what you're putting in your body, the foods that you're putting in your body are causing you to crave sugar. So all this alcohol, I thought I was an alcoholic for a while. It's like, man, I love to drink. I didn't know why. It wasn't like I had to run out and go get cases or bottles of. But when I went out, I had to keep a cup in my hand. Why? It was the sugars, baby. Because once I started eating the right things and having proper nutrition introduced to my body and to my gut, I didn't even think about a drink. And then when I did try to drink, it was like I was 21 all over again. Huh. Oh man, I'm loose. So now I know, now I know what it is. It was the recklessness, the way that I handle my body, outliving somebody else's dream, out pushing somebody else's agenda. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing. I was out pushing somebody, had to step out, catch freedom to fly. Passport released. Yeah. So that's all I really got for you today, man. I just wanted to chime in and just, hey, let you guys know, man, don't be afraid to fly. Spread your wings and fly, man. Nobody's holding you. If you're not happy, if your job that you're in right now, if you don't see yourself being, I'm telling you, you can't. I started working at a spot one time, and all I could think about every time I saw the boss was, why does he have that job? How can I get his job? And when I couldn't come up with an answer, if there was never a solution, when there wasn't a solution on how I could get his job, I quit. But that's me. I'm not telling you to quit, but I quit because I don't have that in my blood. I want to own. I've always wanted to own. So if that's what I want, I have to chase it. I have to chase it, man. And it was a good job. It wasn't it was a really good job. It was for what I, you know what I'm saying, I'm trained to do. I mean, it was a really good job. I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to get into this job and start doing this job. All I could think about was owning the company. That's it. To where I couldn't even do my work because all I could think about was owning the company, what I would change, how I would do this, all the way down to how the emails were structured. I was deep with it. I knew right then this is not for me. Sign, sign, sign. Sign, sign, sign. Like the movie, Get Out. I knew it. I had to go, man. I had to go create my own thing. But I'm not going to hold you guys any longer, man. I can talk all night. Fly. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I don't even care if it's Spirit Airlines. Don't be afraid, man. Fly. Fly. All right, man. Stay healthy. Stay humble. Have a wonderful evening. Stay blessed.